Alright people, simmer down. Today at Honkai Storo, I, Mischief, your professional goon analyst, will be objectively ranking who the baddest Xianzhou characters are in Honkai Storo. In case you're new here, we don't use a thing called feelings or emotions to rank these characters, no. We use a cleaner source called the Pixiv Archives to scientifically determine where they're placed. The higher the goon material, the higher the rank. Technically, let's dive right in. I want to quickly use this part of the video to talk about Yunli, as she should have been included on this list. While I had to dig deep in other character laws to justify mentioning the characters you're about to see, their ages weren't directly specified. Obviously, Yunli was a complete no-no for me despite having 1,300 entries under her name. Considering how she's presented in the story, it really wouldn't look great on my part since the majority of people consider Yunli as a minor. And I haven't hit 1 million subs yet, so this isn't really my area of expertise. Another honorable mention I want to bring up is Yao Guang. As much as I want to include it in the rankings, I'm gonna keep her a buck. That ain't happening since she was released the last patch and only amassed 800 entries. But we'll be revisiting her once all the Plain Arcadia characters are out. With that out of the way, starting off this list at the number 10 spot, we have Su Shang with just about 900 photos to her name. Yeah, some people consider her as a teenager, but if she's able to outlive us through several lifespans, we should be fine. Show the proof!
Cause I like high school!
Not that proof, you idiot! I've been around several lifespans longer than that stooge. Well, case settled. Let's get a move on. In 9th place, we have everyone's favorite girly pop Honkai Staro streamer. We have Mina Oya. We have Gunaifin. You sick freak! I don't know. I wanted to say that since Mina associates herself with Gunaifin. And honestly, I see it. I'm a streamer!
Boy, if you don't...
D1 HSR players remember doing the Ghost Hunt event, and it quite possibly still remains as one of the greatest quests in HSR as of this date. We all cannot forget how iconic this cutscene was. There's a particular voice line Gunaifin has with Yang Qing, and when shown to the wrong person, the interaction can be taken wildly out of context. Honestly, I'm surprised it took me a while to understand the appeal of this character, since I don't bother looking back at 4-star characters. But the more I look at her, the more attractive she looks. Is this what they call a parasocial relationship? Don't even get me started on what I saw from Gunaifin's content, because what I found disappointing is that there's barely any Yuri entries of Su Shang and Gunaifin. They're practically made for each other.
I am not gay! I just really like Doom Gary.
She also has 1,100 photos to her name. Coming in the number 8 spot, we have genuine peak lined up. We have Linksha with just around 1,100 photos to her name. While I personally think that Linksha is an underrated character, any interaction I'd have with Linksha will be met with utter disgust. She'd be smelling all my devious intent from a mile away.
Are you stupid? Get out of here! Fuck you!
Yeah, that's most likely how our interaction would go. But who said I'd stop there? I didn't hear no bell. Honestly though, she'd be better off in witness protection, because if I catch her roaming the Xianzhou streets, best believe I'm snatching her ass up on sight. Oh my god, put me in the room with Linksha and I'm snorting all that aroma like it's scripture. For the love of God! There were a couple of memorable moments we had with Linksha, but the part that got me completely down bad for her was the introduction and the way she verbally, politically, and mentally folded Scott. While there are some people out there that like to be physically dominated, nah, I'ma do my own thing. Linksha can mentally destroy me. We'll deliver a level 0 player into this world. Huh? What did you just call me? Wait, are you saying I have a junior now? No! I'm not surprised this character made it to the list. We have Huo. This character is hard to goonify for me, so we're just gonna skip this one. I also like this voice line she has of Su Shang.
She mistook me for a missing person.
At number 6, we have Qingchui. Yeah. Honestly, I don't see the appeal, but she has 1,400 photos to her name. Hey man, I don't decide who goes in these rankings. I'm just a messenger. She's in a similar spot to Huo for me, why I actually like her character enough to justify not gooning to her, since I love how much of a slippery rat she is in the story. Whether you're into her character, so much so where you're able to goon to her, I ain't gonna judge you, as long as you aren't gooning to characters like Bailey. I know what kind of person some of you people are. Being at a halfway point, we have a character that's in a pretty respectable spot considering who the next comparators are. We have Tingyun. Yug. I don't know. Just pick her name already. The quote-unquote death of Tingyun and the reveal of her actually being Fantilia blew me away. Like an actual playable character in the story somehow got snuffed out. Oh my god, this story is so peak. We haven't even seen a playable character die before. While you guys were busy simping over Tingyun's design, I'm over here thinking about the way I'll be using her ears as handles, but I'll be giving her one of these. When Tingyun got slimed out in this story, many of the players, myself included, were wondering whether she would actually return to the story or not. And by the heavens above, our wife, Runmei, came through and gave her a second chance at life. I just wish it was me she experimented on. You know what I'm saying? As of right now, Tingyun currently has a number of 1,600 entries under her name. If you're unsure whether or not you find Tingyun attractive, you may as well peek at her content, because what I bore witness to may have changed my opinion on her character as a whole. Chat, I should not be allowed to have an opinion. At the number 4 spot, we have an absolute baddie for the number 4 spot. We have Fei Xiao. I don't know what it is with Foxians being so fine, but it certainly does get me feeling some type of way.
I'm coming for you!
If you're into the kind of women that are able to kick your ass, then Fei Xiao is definitely the best character to pull for. Get it? As of right now, Fei Xiao currently has 2,100 photos to her name. And honestly, since I'm not into the dominant mommy trope, since I'm into girly pops and red flag women, if you showed me this image of Fei Xiao, shit, I'd be tweaking too. Like, the buckets of sweat we can drink from after Fei Xiao's workouts. Precious nourishment. However, we cannot forget that Fei Xiao is still a busy woman with priorities, with a job, unlike some of you. Imagine waking up every morning just to see Fei Xiao getting ready for work. I'd be posed up and everything looking for the round 2. I'll be looking her in the eyes all like, this will be a romantic story like none has come before. 6-7, right? I debated whether or not I should place this character or save them for a later video. But she is technically from the Xianzhou. Plus, she is an absolute baddie. Coming in 3rd place is one of the baddest Xianzhou characters. We have Runmei. She's so peak, man. I just want to take her from her ankles to her thighs, her hips and her sides, and from her midriff to her boobies. The devs absolutely cooked with her design, because every time I see her on my screen, especially with her new skin, oh my lord, I just want to...
Who's my good widow kitten?
As I already covered Runmei in my other Baddest video, it's time I give y'all an update. Runmei currently has almost 3,000 photos to her name. Chat! I can't help myself! Runmei is so peak! I want her as my 7-Eleven Slurpee machine. Give me the blood orange flavor though. Honestly guys, if you thought this part of the video was diabolical, you should subscribe. You gotta see more unhinged commentary. In 2nd place, we have Xianzhou's finest hag, Jingliu.
She is very gorgeous to me!
Well, it's no surprise that she'd be placed somewhere in the top 3. I'm not gonna lie with you guys, it should be in everyone's best interest that I don't step foot into the Xianzhou, because I'm forcing my way to be a victim. Despite Jingliu being absent from the story for a while, the most memorable moment she has, for me, is when she basically groomed Yang Qing. It should have been me, not him! It's not fair! I understand why the devs didn't create a setting that enables players to remove Jingliu's blindfold in the overworld, because if they did, best believe I'll try my hardest in getting her to pull all kinds of faces. Do the roar! Jingliu currently has 3,200 entries under her name. Now that I think about it, there is something missing from her entries. We need more entries of her and those ReZero hands. Come over here, you. Show me your eyes. They look so beautiful. It's come to my attention that I may be an absolute fraud in organizing these rankings, because coming in 1st place is the baddest Xianzhou character. We have Fu Xuan. Wait, Fu Xuan? Really? How much does she have? 3,600? Honestly, I'm just as surprised as you guys are, because I had to triple check if I was getting the right information. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see the appeal in this character, and I haven't even heard anyone mention that they grew to Fu Xuan. If we were to compare the Western's unholy archives to Asia's, I imagine that Jingliu would have more entries than Fu Xuan. But hey, don't hate on the messenger. Me personally though, I'm going for a teacher. Gooners and goonettes, we have done it. We have finally objectively ranked who the baddest Xianzhou characters are in Honkai Star Rail. If you're wondering why aren't I using the Western source of good material, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Pixiv is way better. With that being said, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.